So first of all, again, salam, and I'm so happy to be here again. I wrote in the beginning, I already feel like I'm in Baku. It's been, wow, long 10 months. My last travel actually was to Baku. It was end of January. I was in Baku this year, and then this Corona came and life stopped. I did manage to join. Yeah, I did manage to join through several webinars I did in Baku. But that was it. But again, I keep very close contact with my friends in Azerbaijan, and I just listen to the people speak before me. They sound real experts, and I'm so happy that you've managed to bring like this A team of people, those experts. And I want everyone listening to take this opportunity and join us. I can say that this morning when I posted about the event, there are over 1,000 views already on LinkedIn, and I hope people understand. Of course, it's a competition, and of course there is money involved, but that's not the issue. You said that also you were quite impressed with the knowledge of people about what's going on. Listen, all the world knows what's going on in Azerbaijan. Okay, Azerbaijan is a very interesting country to many. Your diaspora is spread around the world. I can tell you that in Israel, we were following, I will say, a bit concerned, but not too much, because you are strong and we are strong and you have strong allies. We were not too concerned, but still lives were lost, and there is no doubt everyone is happy that this war is over. And as we have a phrase saying, no more war, no more bloodshed, it is time for peace. So yes, we need to be ready. And I'm speaking from Israel, a country that knows war from the day of inception, 73 years now. We know war. We know war too well. And there is no happiness in this, but it is not a reason to not to do anything about it. It's that you need to be prepared. Generally, I will say that although maybe what inspired this hackathon was the situation, it is no doubt the technologies that will be developed, or at least like the ideation part, is relevant regardless of war, regardless of anything, because we know that fraud is going on from ever, and we see fraud on the internet, we see fraud when it comes to money, so fraud is there. We see fake news was not invented during war. Fake news is around us. We see about the corona, we can see it the same. There is a big issue of what is called now zero trust. And I had spoken about it 2 weeks ago. I was in Dubai and I was interviewed, and the whole interview was about the media. How is the media dealing currently with the corona? So what I want to say is that the opportunity that you have brought with this hackathon is, first of all, very relevant. And it is not relevant only in times of war and crisis. It is relevant all around us, just because Corona expedited, launched ahead the digital. And when you say digital, everything that you mentioned in the hackathon as subject is very relevant. So my part, first of all, will be as a longtime friend of Azerbaijan, especially the startup ecosystem of Azerbaijan. I think I've done all the possible events, being startups in Azerbaijan, InnoCamp, InnoWeek, Baku, whatever is there, I'm there. And the relationships are ongoing. Yes, I will be the jury. I think I will also maybe speak in the opening ceremony to give some motivation to those hard-working groups coming from all over the world, having all over the world mentors coming. And I think all this together is a very interesting opportunity of working together, of joining hands, of bringing good. It starts with a different reason, but it will do good to take an active part. Just be active and be with us in this hackathon, which is, again, I'm sure it's going to be very successful. And I will be meeting everyone in the jury, as a jury, meeting the startups or the companies or the ideas that will come up to the last. And again, looking forward to contribute my experience and my knowledge into this. Back to you.
Thank you, Tal, for how to say good introduction about you. And as we see from, as you already mentioned, and as we see from the Karabakh War, second Karabakh War, that Israel is always support Azerbaijan politically and with how to say different technologies as well, like Turkey. And the result of this war and our how to say this fields is very famous and in the top how to say hot topics of the all around in innovation ecosystem of the Israel in tech communities. And it's not so far for your community and for your people, and especially innovation field. Therefore maybe you can talk about it as well. And we waiting the teams from Israel as well, because it's how to say Can you hear me?
No, you're breaking up. Can you please repeat?
Okay. Okay, sure. During this war, not only during the war, and all times support Azerbaijan with politically and with defense technologies. And we see it during the Karabakh War as well. And as regarding to me, I was in Israel different several times, and I see from innovation ecosystem and tech community that information security and defense and digital deceit and, as you said, fraud is a very hot topics in agenda of Israel startups and innovation community. And maybe you can share your experience, your country experience, because it's one of the hot topics in Israel agenda always, due to your, I would say, country's situation, because you are always in situation, in some related situation, and you have to always be aware, and you have to be always prepared to everything. And Israel really did a great how to say results, and okay, and it impacts the innovation ecosystem as well in the results.
Yeah, so I will say this. First of all, yes, for some reason the world has an issue with us, but you know, it's not actually the world. We do what we do out of necessity, but we do it all the time, and we do it for many years now. Yes, Israel is considered the world leader, of course, when it comes to technology, for startups, for instance. And this was actually my first initiative coming to Azerbaijan, coming to Baku. My first visit, I think, was in 2017. And I didn't know much what to expect, but I was not too surprised. It's because I met people like me, smart like us, very friendly and very warm and very hugging. And in a way, my Azerbaijan came a second home for me. Then, me specifically, I am a program director of Accelerator called IHLS, which is for Homeland Security and Defense Technologies, startups relating to this. And I have done my, let's say, first of all in the Navy, time in Israel, although I'm one. This is when you live the situation like us. Army is part. We invest a lot in education. We invest a lot in education, and I think that in Azerbaijan you do the same. And my intent was really to come over and help with mentoring and with supporting and with training, not just the startup themselves, but going young. For instance, with JAA, Junior Achievement Azerbaijan, when we start to train in a younger age, then the startups, and then head on with the companies. So yes, cyber is very developed in Israel. You said it right. When you are the #1 country bombarded by hackers, yes, you become very good at cyber. It's that simple. It's like speaking about Azerbaijan when regards to gas and oil. You're a world leader. Why? Because you deal with gas and oil. We, on the other hand, have to deal with the other things. I think that when we can cooperate, not just us, everyone with everyone, and bring the genius of all of us together, but also the spirit, also the culture, okay? When this unites and we are going towards the same direction with the same target, this is when friendships are born. This is when genius is born. This is when technology is getting better. And I think generally, if I can say, even the world gets a little bit better. This is how it is right now. And again, coming from Israel, if you ask me, I would be on the plane to Baku yesterday. But you know, I mean, your borders are a little bit shut currently. So we need to wait. So instead, Israelis are now going to UAE. But we will return to Baku, no doubt. We are just waiting. It is such a home for all of us that I can not even say enough. So yes, we want to share, we want to work together, and I can say to you as someone who knows your ecosystem very, very good. Azerbaijani people and startups are wise and smart like anyone else. They are very capable. I'm glad for this opportunity. I'm glad you were first, although the war, although the COVID. You said, okay, but we are stronger. And this is how you came out of this. You just finished the war, already you do a hackathon. You don't see this too much. This is spirit. This is power. This is Azerbaijan.
Tal, really thank you for your so good and spiritful motivation, and your how to say, very useful approach about the synergy of the nations, teams. And not only the mentors and the juries, and between the teams as well, because the world is one, and the world is unite, and therefore all the teams, even from another countries, we just have to create peace. We have to create sustainability between the, how to say, countries, nations, and even after war, we have to live in peace together with everyone. And the teams around the world, with their solutions in different categories and challenges, they can help us to develop these products. And the main goal is peace, as you said, and therefore the main motto of this hackathon is code for peace. Tal?
We're back. You hear me? Yeah, hello. You hear me?
I'm with you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I can say a few last words. Okay, so again, let's be concentrated, as you mentioned correctly, first of all, on bringing good. Second, this is a great opportunity from people from all over the world to join us. All over the world, we are open for everyone. And we want to see results. I think that by now we have a very good lineup of experts waiting to meet aligned. And I think also gain a lot from working together, interacting, networking between everyone, coming up with relevant solutions, which again will be relevant to all situations, very relevant in the current age of what we call the new normal following the COVID-19. We cannot be despaired. People right now just think the world is living COVID. Azerbaijan has a war added. Now is the time to, get the chest, take a deep breath, hey, keep your head high, come strong, find solutions, work together, bring no worry about today. We don't know how tomorrow will be. Worry about today, get it done, and let's put this, year 2020 behind us. Enough with 2020. We'll look ahead to the future. So thank you again for giving me the time, for letting me join, for inviting me, and a big hug to all my friends in Azerbaijan. I'm looking forward to see you next week.
Tal, very, very thank you for being with us and for your time, that you shared your thoughts with us and with our teams and with our, how to say, the persons who are seeing this live. And thank you for your time. See you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Salam, bye, bye-bye.